Obviously, not the result you wanted. A draw. Soccer could be kind of cruel. You had a lot of the best of the play. You had over 20 shots on goal. Just kind of describe this match here today.
Honestly, this match feels so much like a few of the other matches that we've had where we've statistically controlled the game. And, we're getting into the final third and we have plenty of key passes and they're doing everything that we're training. And it just really comes down to that final piece and putting the ball literally in the back of the net. So our goal scoring is obviously lacking. And I know it's a part of us, but I think, mentally, I think when you haven't scored a goal in the run of play for a while, I think it gets to you. So we got to get our forwards just feeling more confident and so that they can execute. But on the other side of it, we've been giving up set piece goals defensively. We've been really strong in the run of play defensively. So on both sides, on the attack and on defense in the run of play, we're really strong. But in the boxes, in the attack, in the attacking box, and then the box defensively, just on set pieces, it hasn't been good enough, and that's why we're getting the results that we're getting.
How much of that is lack of experience? We've talked before the season with the in the back, and especially that lack of experience. Is that part of the issue there on giving up the goals there in the set pieces, or is there other things you're seeing?
I mean, it could be a little bit of both. And I can say, we haven't, had games in a year, and I don't think we're as sharp and we don't have that composure from, just playing games and training for a year and it just being different. But, everyone has that same task. So it's not like UCF's the only team that hasn't played in a year. So I don't really want to use that excuse. So um, I don't know. I think it's just, a matter of maybe mentality and just really doing the job. I think we have the right players that can do it, but I think they just we need to take more responsibility and keep training, control what we can and keep, training those things over and over.
You got the goal from Moreno. She had a good match. What'd you see from her, and then other players that stood out for you on that side?
I mean, Moreno is, a force. I mean, you watch her and she doesn't stop running. Like her engine is phenomenal. I mean, she's so fast, but it's not even just speed. What I really respect about her is she doesn't stop pressing their defenders, pressing their goalkeeper. She's all over the place, wreaking havoc. And I just have a lot of respect for that because good things come out of her pressure. Um, so, I am proud of her effort. She had been dealing with a hamstring for the past few weeks, so I'm glad that she's healthy. And we held her back from the um, Tulsa game, I believe, and then we didn't start her against Memphis. But I'm glad that she's back and healthy. I mean, Caroline Delau, we cannot, have this discussion without talking about her. She came up huge in the end on that save. Um, but she's been great. Um, I mean, really, everyone's doing a really good job. It's literally scoring goals. I mean, that's the hardest part about this game. It's the most frustrating thing about soccer. But I have a lot of respect for our back four and like Matu and Jade. They're a brand new pair together as center backs, and Jade just being a freshman, she's not playing like a freshman, and I'm proud of her and the way that she and Matu are, controlling and leading in the back, and yeah, I mean everyone's doing well. It's just we need that final push, final piece.
Everybody's dealing with this, but it's unique. It's a conference only sprint. In a normal year, this would be part of a long season and development. You can't speed up the process of the development, right? You're still learning. The group's learning to play with each other. It just is what it is. Is that part of it too? It's just kind of experience in the course.
Yeah, and don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure, out of our starting lineup this year, for the most part, I mean, I think we have like we have a significant amount. Maybe it's 8 new players um, this season than we did last season. It's like really literally a brand new team again. And that takes time, and I'm glad we had the fall to work together. But it's not the same when you're just playing against yourself all the time. Um, and now we know we're with the charges in front of us, and I think we just need to stay focused and stay positive and believe in what we're doing because they are doing a great job of that. And the culture, I do trust the culture and the foundation of the players and the way that they stick together after each game is has been pretty phenomenal. So I am proud of that too.
You mentioned Caroline, like that save in that second overtime was unbelievable, and you could tell her emotion on the screen there and being fiery. We talked before the year. You wanted her vocal to be more vocal leader. How have you seen her, kind of progress in that role? And obviously her performance, being a conference, co-keeper of the week, and really, like I said, saved that match in that second overtime.
Yeah, she's been a wonderful leader. She's really stepped up into her captain, leadership role. I hear her talking to the team before, they get onto the pitch and she's very fiery and she's really come out of this comfort zone and everyone trusts her. And she's a hardworking, player. So we lean on her for that energy and really she just has to do her job. And just by doing her job and making those saves that she's supposed to and ones that are phenomenal, maybe that she's not supposed to, really inspires everybody around her. So she has been talking so much more this year than last year. So she is, growing, like I said, and becoming so much more comfortable in this leadership captain role.
I spoke to Coach Calabrese last week, and he sounded a lot like you. He's kind of frustrated. He's trying to, just getting that over the hump. Well, they got over the hump against
Yeah.
SMU on Saturday night. Is that kind of the approach? You got your big rivals coming up next week that it could turn in one match. There's still matches that you could turn this kind of the direction you want.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm glad that we're playing South Florida. I mean, I know it's always a great game and everyone gets, hyped for that game and we have a lot of respect for them and so yeah, I hope so. I'm proud of it's very similar like you said with Coach Calabrese. It's like we've been, in each other's offices saying the same thing. So hopefully we can do what they did against SMU.
What have you learned about going, five matches in? I mean, you learn things about your team, but what have you learned about your team going through this kind of experience here on the fly?
I mean, I kind of said it. I mean, I've learned that they are a team that will stick together. We've had some results that we are not proud of, and um, but they've stuck together. So it's not like any wheels are falling off the train or anything. That's something you always have to be worried about. I think as a coach, you never want that to happen. So that is not a concern at all, and that's something like I said, I'm really proud of. So the leadership and the makeup of the team, it's a great group. But I mean, really, what I've learned, on a technical tactical piece is really just in the box. It's we have to gain more confidence and get more reps defensively and attacking. I'm learning we're not a great, we don't have a lot of heading presence on the team this year, and I think that hurts us in set pieces defensively. So we've learned that. Um, but uh, I just learned that really like the culture I'm proud of. The other thing I learned is they have stuck to the plan. It's not like, I do love that they're sticking together and they're still sticking to the plan even though the ball's not going in the back of the net because they still see themselves moving the ball up the field and getting into that final third, right? So they're not kind of going on their own pages and trying something new. So I have learned that they are respectful and they believe in the plan. And it's just one of those things you just got to keep sticking to it.
Last question for me there is Shamblu. What she's really impressed me watching your matches there. What's the sky seems to be the ceiling for her. She's got a lot of upside. Talk about her a little bit and what you've seen from her and what you expect to see her moving forward.
Yeah, she's a young player. I mean, she only got a few games when she as a freshman against Notre Dame. And she didn't even play her, primary position when she got into the matches. When she was playing for Notre Dame. And then, for us, she's been with us for a while, but then, COVID hit. So her first games with us really are now. And she does have a lot of upside. I mean, she's athletic and she's, um, wiry. She's very mobile. She loves to dribble and take players on. So she has some points on the season. And that's really due to her work ethic. She's very, like I said, she does have a strong work ethic because you'll see her at training and she's always doing more and doing extra and a real positive kid. So she's been a great addition.
All right, Coach.